What's happening, world? It's your boy, Foul Shot, and report live from the Bamboozled Again News Network with another news update. Or more, should I say, a bamboozlement alert, a potential bamboozlement alert. So, fumbling around on the YouTube streets. I meant to do this last night, but just didn't get around to it. Which is probably a good thing because I wanted to get more information or just check the temperature of this particular story I'm about to cover. Which I'll say this, whether it's true or not is irrelevant. What's actually more pertinent is how they're setting up the bamboozlement, right? So I'll get straight into it. Supposedly or allegedly, we all know about the migrant crisis, especially in Colorado, Denver, Aurora, Commerce City, are overrun with what they say are Venezuelan gangs occupying apartment complexes. The fact that the police ain't doing nothing, woo 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 woo, right? Now, now they say the Hell's Angels are en route. Well, one, I realized that there are chapters of the Hell's Angels already in Colorado, so they wouldn't have to come from out of place. Um, Upon further research, I come to understand that the Hell's Angels organization isn't like a centrally governed body. Like every chapter has its own autonomy. Um, so they would vote if they want to engage these folks. From what I understand, um, they aren't going to engage these folks unless someone or unless a member or someone that's a friend of the chapter had an incident with them, and then that would provoke them to engage. I'm not sure whether it's true or not, but here's how they're planting the seeds, right? Let's say it's not true. Then it starts saying, well, because the police aren't doing anything, the average civilian citizen can't do anything with these migrants who are armed to the teeth with military grade weaponry, right? So then well, somebody got to do something. Here's this rhetoric. Where are the men? You see what I'm saying? So the most alpha or the most masculine or the most outlawish of our society will probably be the biker gangs. So now it's kind of like trying to push them into an incident with these folks, whether they want to or not. Or if they're not, then it starts creating this environment. Which, should we do this? You know what I mean? Almost playing against, and this goes back to what I say: people using who you are against you. Because then they can say, well, if they don't engage, well, you're not patriotic. You know what I mean? I know in previous, in history, the government has elicited gangs, the mafia for various reasons and purposes. So if they don't engage, then it'll be, well, why aren't y'all like, nobody else is doing it? Do. You see what I'm saying? They really don't have any personal benefit of doing this, other than unless there's some patriotic spirit within the organization to say we have to do this. And they're outlaws. And I don't know if the dude was actually a Hell's Angel, but he was basically saying, how serious they are, and they would get, you know, mollywop, right? I don't know if that's true or not. Because looking at the other side, if they're, from what I understand, Venezuela has let like the worst of their criminals out, and they've come here. So I don't know how their organization runs or anything like that. However, I'm pretty sure these people ain't afraid of dying, and I'm pretty sure they're not enamored with any organization for that matter. They're probably on this kind of, you know, ancient kind of Spartan thing of embracing death and feeling that that's honorable. So they not going to run. They ain't got nowhere to run to. We might well get jiggy. We have nothing to lose and everything to gain. But here's the more diabolical plot, right? Just like I said, and I'll preface this by saying, history repeats itself. There's nothing new under the sun. When Baltimore had their riots for Freddie Gray, um, it come to find out later on that who was the mayor at the time? I believe it was Rawlings Blake. Gave us when the things were bubbling up and so on and so forth. Her, I think Kevin Johnson, the ex basketball player, was the mayor of Sacramento. and the Cory Booker man, who I think was in Newark, New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, they all sat on Obama's federal board of mayors, meaning, or one of the, I guess, stipulations or benefits of sitting on the board is they got federal money for incidents. So Rawlings Blake actually gave they could have stopped it. They could have quickly quelled it. However, she gave a stand down order to the police, and you'll see videos of the police backing up and all that type of stuff, because they wanted to make it so bad that they had to call in the National Guard, because then the city would have received federal money, of which certain amount is probably going in people's pockets. I think this is the play they're setting up, or attempting to cause an incident between these two groups to then justify bringing in the National Guard. Why don't they just bring the National Guard in now? But here's my thing, and this is why I keep feeling like Kamala's going to get in there one way or the other. Because let's say, she's got the backing, the whatever, which I don't understand why anybody would vote for her, but to each his own. But let's say it gets closer to the election and it's not close. Like, first of all, the popular vote doesn't elect the president. The Electoral College does. They tend to go with the popular vote, but they'll go whichever way they want, especially if it's close. But if it's not even looking close, this is what we're now in September. Well, elections start November? They'll set it, and she's already the sitting vice president. So what they'll do is they'll instigate these clashes between these groups to then call in the National Guard. And then if there's a public emergency or a declaration of national security or something to that effect, they can just suspend the Constitution, martial law, or, a state of emergency, which they don't go by the Constitution no way. Then they can also suspend the election because it's technically wartime, whether it's foreign or domestic. This is a diabolical play. And then she'll just get in by default because the president has stepped aside. So the next one up is the vice president. Technically, she's the president now. Oh, boy. But what is he still sitting until the official transition changeover? But for all intents and purposes, I just thought of that. She's the president now. This is insane, bro. It's Babylon is Babyloning as Babylon should. Just the confusion of the place. They're gonna pull this off. I doubt now. I'm thinking we won't even have an election, especially if it don't even look like she's even close on the poll. Because Kamala's the best one they want to push America over the edge. Not only that, but if she get in, could you imagine the state of the average household in America? How this might embolden the modern woman who's in a relationship or cohabitating. Could you imagine the dynamic that'll go on in that household if she becomes president? It's amazing how, as the vice president, from my understanding, you're in charge of the border. But she's never even been to the border. She act like this don't even exist. So that right there shows you how what's the word I'm looking for? How unculpable, or no, not culpable, but it just shows how inept you are at handling what's already in your authority. And there are groups, especially Negroes, who are willing to bypass all this. They don't care nothing about none of that. They don't care nothing about that she's not actually a black American. They don't care. This is insane. It's sad, bro. It's sad. Like, I just see folk just totally deer in headlights, for lack of a better term. That's why it's just hard to converse or be in close confines of the average American. Not, on any political side of the political spectrum, but just who just sees the writing on the wall. This is bad, bro. This is bad. And I'm sad, not at the fall of the country. I'm sad at what's going to happen to the average citizen and how they're just being led to slaughter, how they're just being duped. Like I said previously, the spirit of give me liberty or give me death or self-sufficiency for the most part is gone. I'm breaking myself every day to figure out how I can get my own land and how I can do this and do that and completely exit myself out the system completely. I've already done it mentally and spiritually for the most part. Now I'm trying to physically come out. That might be the actual last step. But this place is sickening, man. It is. To the point where, like, you look at this. I mean, okay, I understand that uh, women shouldn't be a man's priority, but right parallel, it's a hard desire. The quad, like, I just saw a video from what's my man name, Terry Joe Jr. And I agree with the sentiments on this point, in which he said men are just giving up because there's nothing to fight for, or you'll end up fighting for something that'll turn around and take half your stuff and take your legacy, and have another man around you. Like, we all got 1,000 stories, and this is the norm. This is the norm. And then for the younger brothers who are seeing, what's transpired with the older brother, and I don't blame them. They just they just looking at it like they're all whole. So there's no fertile place to plant your seed. And yeah, it might be all right now, but if she wake up one day and decide to send you through the ringer, ain't nothing you can do about it. The courts ain't got your back. How you got a family court that's actually anti-family in application? You see what I'm saying? Like, everything's word salad. Like, Planned Parenthood actually doesn't help you plan for parenthood. They help you stop becoming a parent. This is insane, Mo, and I'm just so sick of it, yo. That's why I might just go in nature today, yo, and just like that's why I want to leave the country, because I want to, like, detoxify, decompress, detach from this wickedness, man, where everything is backwards. People believe the liar and disbelieve the person telling the truth. We idol worship and uplift people for titles and finance, not their characters, not who they are, not what they stand on, not what they believe in. It's so bad here. You got, well, maybe because of the sheer numbers, but it's crazy how men are wifing hoes, but the proverbial decent woman can't get no play. You got decent Negroes, you know what I'm saying, who can't find anybody to mate with. That's why, like, when I watched that video from Terry Joe, he was like, man, just give it, because there's nothing left to fight for. Then you got to learn how to fight for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Which, I guess, to a degree, but a man typically defends what's his, what's honorable, that which, you'll end up, even with me, like, it crushed me when I came to this realization, right? It crushed me when it came to this realization, because I didn't want to be like a freedom fighter, you know what I'm saying? It makes absolutely no sense to fight for the progression or the betterment of black people as a whole. One, they don't want no freedom. Two, uh, black people are ungrateful. So you'll end up fighting for people that will turn around and be the first ones to line you up. This place has got to be close to fall, and I'll be honest, I can't know. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm more that, I'll find out what to do when the time comes. But God, I can't take no more of this shit. Yo, I'm just going on rant now, right? I got a neighbor. Uh, okay, 4th of July last year, right? Now, he, had his family, right? So I think, I don't know if it's his daughter or his wife's kids. They live down the street here, right? And one day I came outside and they was arguing with the daughter about something, maybe her not taking care of the kids, handling the business, whatever. So my mom just kept saying, shut the F up, because the moms, and I'm assuming the daughter was arguing. Black brother, and the woman white, like, shut the F up, shut the F up. That's all he kept saying every 20 seconds, shut the F up, right? So, boo, that happens. Then later on, the wife moves out of the house with him and the kids and goes lives with the daughter, right? So I'm like, damn, Joe, all right, whatever. No, it was Father's Day, as a matter of fact. So now mind you, the kids live with him, and the mother and the daughter live in a separate house, like, what's it, 1, 2, 3, 4 doors down the street, right? On Father's Day, these Jones was outside sunbathing in bikinis on Father's Day. I said, yo, how disrespectful, yo. They couldn't even bring the man a ham sandwich for Father's Day. But instead for Father's Day, his ex-woman was down living with her daughter, and they in a community sunbathing outside in bikini with all the goodness out, yo. I said, wow, yo. But now my man, he got a new woman though. They be outside like I was like, yeah, yo. Every time I see him with that, what a comeback, cuz. Now how it work out? The daughter done moved out. Now she living in a house by herself, and got to drive past the man, this other woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, now she can't get no meat, and she about old in the mug. You know what I'm saying? Or older, unless she start tricking off on me. Man, God darn, man, please take this place down, yo. And the kid live with him. Oh, but that's what I was gonna get into, right? And that's why I want this place to fall, because it's so hard to keep these influences away from your children, right? So I guess his daughter just graduated. Cute little girl, you know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming she 18, right? So I come out the side the other day, and I used to see this car parked up. I'm thinking homegirls picking her up. They going to do whatever, woo, right? Man, so main man wasn't home. I see the car pull up. You know, seen the car 1,000 times. Okay, girl get out, but the girl was on the bull dyker side, and they goes up in the crib. I said, oh, we done lost another one before it already got started, Joe. I, now she in there munching on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, yo. All that young tenderoni going to waste. Not saying I want it, but I'm just saying. I'm way off top. I don't even care no more, yo. It's so crazy here in Babylon. The average woman you meet now, she's probably had a lesbian experience, yo. Now, of course, anybody can repent. Anybody can, you know. But it's not make me cry, yeah. Like, shit sad, man. Like, I got homeboys on. Like, sometimes, you know what, it's Labor Day. Not that I celebrate. I go hang out with them. But I don't want to, because I know they ain't talking about nothing. Then I'm going to just go to the war by myself anyway. Because they going to be arguing amongst each other, or, you know what I'm saying? Nobody has any plans. Nobody's trying to do anything new. You know what I'm saying? Like, God darn, Joe. These folk ain't did nothing to me. I love them, but God darn, Joe. Not saying everybody, I mean, it'd be nice just to hear them talk in a way of, you know what I'm saying? Like me, talk a whole bunch of good stuff, don't do none of it. But at least it's in you somewhere. It just ain't came out yet. Smash sickening, B. Word up, man. This place despicable, Jack. Man, if it was, and I think the Most High is holding me here for some reason, and I'm crying out like, what? Like I've done like I mean, I got a passport and all that. But I just want to go somewhere where it's just natural. I don't care about the creature comfort for the most part. Just more natural. You know what I'm saying? That, not this rat race 9 to 5 culture. You still can't get nowhere. I ain't trying to be no cog in the machine. I felt like that when I was younger. Like, and I couldn't even quantify. I just know I didn't want to be a part of it. And up until this date, I almost be 42 at the end of this month. I'm still trying to find my way out the game, boy. It's almost like trying to escape the plantation, boy. You know what I mean? But and then let's say that don't work. Then they can always, you know what I'm saying, kick up the rhetoric on the new illness they got, so say, floating around. They can just build the rhetoric of that on TV and put you back in the house. I ain't rocking, yo. And then here's my thing, though, right? Okay, you get these, and this is why I can't be in these organizations, right? Because when stuff go on against my beliefs or my better judgment, I'm gonna have to rebel against the organization. So let's say the police, like, okay, with the Freddie Gray thing, we get a stand down order. I'm the captain. No, we're not standing down. We're gonna stop all this right here, right now. Then okay, I stop it, yay, whatever. But then I get fired, even though I'm doing my job, because we can stop it. That's why I don't answer to people, yo. Because they got their own agenda. Above you, they got their own agenda. And they will use you and manipulate you. And the only reason they can use you because you do what they say. But then you lose your soul. Man. But then you keep your soul, but now you're homeless. This is, sometimes it's hard to believe. This is reality, yo. You know what I mean? Like, your families ain't, you know what I mean? Especially if you're in the Negro community. I'll be I'll be 42, like I said, at the end of the month. You know, there's no strong family unit. There's no matriarch or patriarch holding folk together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody praying for the family no more, man. Sad, mo. But we'll stunt in front for some other people who don't care nothing about it. Man, I'm on that note, man. I'm gone, man. Cover your six. Ooh, oh.